This is an excerpt from the book Black Planet by Euftis Emery. Links for the book are in the description and video. If you purchase the audiobook, you will receive the ebook for free to read along and have the digital paintings of the characters. Revelation. After Coco left, I had to take a nap, tired from my early morning frolicking. Upon waking up, I made some coffee and went into my office to see what Black Planet was all about. I logged on to the internet, opened my browser, and went to the home page of Black Planet. From the home page, I then jumped to Mia's page and was soon reading her profile. She had some nice pictures and a very conservative page. I began to wonder why she pointed me to it as I began to read her profile. I didn't see anything shocking until I got to sexual preference. I did a double take and read bisexual. I found her orientation interesting, but not a big deal. I may like this. I thought, however, I still didn't understand her behavior and now had even more questions. Looking at the time on my computer, it was a little after 3 p.m. and I had not heard from Coco. However, I was not alarmed because my Pisces powers had not picked up anything amiss from the ether. Coco would call when she was able. My mind then went back to the mystery of Mia as I went back over every scrap of information that I had gleaned about her from our conversations and Black Planet profile. Correlating those data elements with her body language kept me in a state of confusion with this woman because her words didn't match her actions. Something didn't make sense, and I hoped when we met later that evening I would finally figure her out. Continuing to lounge in my domicile, I went into the kitchen and prepared a fat house burger with yuca fries and got my grub on. After getting my grub on, I played with the cats for a while, giving them some attention since the girls weren't there. If I didn't, I would have to deal with their little cat attitudes when I got home the next day if I was lucky with Mia. Time continued to tick by getting close to when I had to leave, and I jumped in the shower, splashed on some Smell Good, and put the Davucci back on that I only wore for about an hour the previous day. Feeling, looking, and smelling good, I rolled down I-75 and the expedition headed to Forest Park. With it being near rush hour, the drive was a chore, with the heavy traffic being further congested by 6 years of continuous highway construction that constricted a 3-lane highway into 1 lane. The never-ending construction really pissed me off, and I replayed the fire sex that I had earlier that day to keep my mind off the 20-mile stop and go traffic. 4 miles out from the Tri-County exit, my phone rang way too loud for my comfort from my truck speakers connected through my Bluetooth. Grimacing to turn down the volume, I glanced at the dashboard to see that it was Coco. "Hey, boo," I acknowledged her warmly on the hands-free. "You good?"
"Hey, boo."
Coco responded in a bubbly tone.
"Sorry it took me so long to call. The man didn't want to let me leave."
"So, I take it the plan worked?" I asked, wanting details.
"Maybe too well."
Coco grumbled. I laughed. "What, he wants to go everywhere with you now to protect you?"
"Yeah, that and something else. I think I'm going to have to dump him."
Coco confessed, sounding disgusted. "Whoa! What happened?" "Details," I asked, wanting all the data. "You sound disgusted."
"I am disgusted."
Coco replied in the same tone.
"Okay, I know you want details, so this is what happened. I did as you said and went straight to his house from yours looking fucked. I get to his house, baby, and he's sitting on the porch with his sister calling my phone again as I'm pulling up. I pull into the driveway, and he rushes to my car yelling, 'Where the fuck you been?' You were right when you said I was gonna cry, 'cause as he was walking up to my door yelling at me, I just started crying uncontrollably."
"You was blowing snot bubbles, boo?" I chided, amused.
Yes, I was blowing snot bubbles. You know me. Well, damn it. Anyway, so this Negro pulled me out of my car by my wrist, still yelling where you been, and made me fall on the grass. So I'm ass out in his yard, boo-hooing, looking a hot mess, when his sister runs up and she's like, "Oh my God, Clarence, look at her."
Hold up, I interjected, amused. You fucking a nigga called Clarence? Coco chuckled in melodic tone.
Look, don't start with me, man. Do you want to hear this story or not?
My bad, please continue, I replied, biting my bottom lip to keep from laughing.
Anyway, so like I said, I'm ass out in his yard, crying like a damn baby, when his sister lifted the back of my dress and said, "She's been beaten and has bite marks, and her dress is ripped in different places. I think she's been raped." Hold up.
Coco changed the conversation with her voice going up 2 octaves.
I didn't know you put bite and hickey marks all on my ass and thighs, man. You just love to mark me.
You're mine, I replied, matter of fact. I'm gonna be fucking you forever, whether you got a man or not. You know it. Now continue the story,
You promise?
Coco whispered. Promise what? I replied, somewhat irritated, wanting Coco to get to the sex part of her story.
That you're gonna keep fucking me.
Yes, baby. I promise that I'm gonna keep fucking you, whether you got a man or not. Coco exhaled seductively.
So then Clarence asked me if I was raped, and I just blurted out everything you told me to say. After I did, he shrunk like a balloon, and he was looking all sad and concerned. Then they took me in the house and asked me if I wanted them to call the police, and I said I didn't because I didn't know what the rapist looked like, because he covered my head. I was still crying, of course, and do you know this Negro started to get turned on?
Coco crooned in a creepy tone. I laughed.
What is up with that? There were a few times when you were mad at me and made me cry, and as soon as I started crying, you'd get turned on and fuck me.
Coco asked, confused, wanting answers. Nothing is more beautiful than seeing a woman overwhelmed with emotion. Incredibly sexy, especially when you're crying. A man can't help but want to console and give you some dick, I stated straight up.
Well, I could tell he wanted to fuck me, but he didn't say or do anything because he thought I was raped and probably didn't want to come off as a creep in front of his sister. She eventually left, and Clarence said that he was going to take me shopping and asked me what else I needed to feel better. And I did as you said and told him that I needed him to fuck the rapist out of my head. And that's when things became strange.
What happened? I asked, beyond curious about the freaky shit Coco got into.
E.
Coco began in a revolted tone. She only called me by my name when she was mad or deadly serious.
I was going to take a bath, but he wouldn't let me and laid me down on the couch and went to town, eating my pussy. I hadn't washed. I was still leaking and smelling like you, and he didn't care. He licked and slurped my pussy like it was the best thing he ever tasted. I was so disgusted.
Wow, was the only response I could muster. Not what I expected to hear.
He has never ate my pussy like that. He ate me for almost an hour. E.
You must not have been that disgusted if you let him eat it for an hour, I commented, coaxing more information out of her.
Well, you know how I am.
Coco continued her tale.
If the sex is halfway decent and goes on for a while, I just lock in on the feelings and enjoy myself. So I did come. Once, all over his face from all the slurping and moaning.
Moaning? I interjected, chuckling.
Yes? Moaning. He was all into the taste and smell of you and me. That's what got me off. He's, okay, eating pussy, but he can't snatch my soul like you do.
Coco stated sincerely.
When he was done, his entire face was wet and shining.
Coco stated, giggling.
He didn't even think about wiping his face off. He just leaned forward and stuck his tongue down my throat, sloppy kissing me after I sucked your dick this morning.
Coco snitched, excited with her voice up 2 octaves. Damn, I replied smugly.
You know, I love sucking your dick, right? Well, I could taste you on his tongue, which really turned me on. So after we got done kissing, I cupped his head in my hands and licked you clean from his face.
Coco purred in a sultry tone. Well, damn, I exclaimed, getting horny. I knew it was going to be hot, but damn.
It was okay. Like I said, what really turned me on was thinking about how you fucked me earlier and knowing I was gonna tell you everything afterwards. Then he flipped me over and started hitting it from the back, and my pussy was farting nonstop because you had stretched it out earlier.
Coco stated, bringing us both to laughter.
He really thought he was doing something and then starts talking that shit. Whose pussy is it? And I thought, definitely not. Yours.
Coco, I exclaimed. I thought that was your man. You ain't got to be mean.
I'm just saying.
Coco sang in her high voice again.
Honestly, I only like him because he takes me shopping and gets me whatever I want.
I sighed loudly over the phone while shaking my head.
Don't hate the playa. Hate the game.
Coco smugly stated. I'm not hatin', player, I sarcastically replied. Finish the story.
He kept demanding me to tell him whose pussy it was because I wasn't saying anything.
Coco giggled, continuing her tale.
So, the Negro started to get belligerent, smacking my ass and yelling, "Whose is it?" And I thought, let me make some noise so this Negro hurries up and nuts. He started getting really violent, slapping my ass hard and growling while he fucked me. You know I love it when a man goes animalistic and gives it to me rough. I started thinking about how you beat me with your belt, forcing me into submission, and fucking me senseless, and then I came all over his dick screaming, "Eeeeee!"
Fuck yay, I exclaimed, with my twisted self smirking smugly from Coco screaming my name while giving up her good stuff to someone else.
Well, once I screamed your name, that was all she wrote because that Negro busted screaming all up in me right after. I was ready to go after that, but then the Negro wanted to cuddle.
Coco said in a bitter tone. I laughed. Baby, you can't fuck a man good and not give him at least 5 minutes of quality cuddle.
I cuddle with you. I ain't trying to cuddle with him.
Coco snapped distastefully, making me laugh again. Thank you for the story. I'm gonna jerk off to it later on tonight. So I take it you want to dump Clarence? Because he's suspect? I said sarcastically.
Suspect? He's gay.
Coco fired back. Technically, he may just be bi, I replied, trying to help Clarence out.
Bi, gay, it's the same thing.
Coco snapped adamant.
I don't want no gay man.
So you say after the nut? I replied in a quiet voice sarcastically.
What?
Coco snapped. Nothing, I replied blandly. Hold on a sec and let me park. Those of you that have read my previous works know that I do not play double standards and had just caught Coco with one. I needed to pull over to give her my full attention so I could check her with data she was not aware that I had on her.
Park.
Coco chirped.
Where you going?
She spat in a demanding tone. What the fuck? I thought, irritated, as I pulled into the parking lot of Cracker Barrel and parked.
Euftis, where are you going?
Coco demanded again.
I know you're up to something. I can smell it.
I'm a grown-ass man, I exclaimed, irritated. Why you think every time I'm not at home I gotta be up to something?
Because you are always up to something. So where are you going, Mr. Grown-ass man?
Irritated, I told Coco about my potential new friend, that she was bi and that I was trying to figure out what she was on.
Whatever.
Coco huffed.
Why you got to fuck on another woman when you fucked me twice today?
She demanded. What the fuck? I exclaimed, flabbergasted. Coco, you just fucked someone else today after fucking me. How you gonna act jealous?
I can be jealous if I want to.
Coco quipped with her high voice.
You like it when I fuck other men. I have never liked it when you fuck other women.
It's too bad that you feel that way, I stated, remorseful. That's why we are not together now. Oh, you know I don't play double standards. If you weren't on that bullshit, we could fuck her together. I told you she's bi. Really cute, too. I think you'd like her, I said slyly, steering the conversation from Coco's female tirade to what I wanted to talk about.
I am not gay.
Coco huffed in an offended tone. Okay, Bill Clinton, I stated under my breath.
What?
Coco snapped. You didn't use any contractions in your statement, love. Dead giveaway when someone is lying.
I am not gay.
Coco declared again in a shaky voice, lying again. Uh-huh, sweetie, if it makes you feel better, then you're bi. Although you stated earlier that bi and gay is the same thing. But I guess in your head it's not the same thing for women, I stated, realizing that Coco was on the down low. Silence. Sweetie, is your mouth open with your index finger touching the corner of it while you're looking to the right? I queried knowingly. Silence. Do you want to know when I found out you were bi? Silence. Last year I was fucking around on the phone chat site Hookups. Silence. Pumpkin told me it's a good way to meet people, but I didn't like it. Being in a chat room on the phone with a bunch of people talking at the same time, trying to get someone's attention, is not my thing. But while I was on there, I browsed through some of the profile pics. Silence. I was looking at 100 pictures at a time. When I got to the third page of profiles, my subconscious pulled my eyes to the bottom of the page, where I saw this ass on one of the profile pics. Silence. I was like, I know that ass. So I clicked on it to blow up the picture and read the profile. When I did, your hiked up ass filled the screen. Then I read the profile. Your sexual preference on it was bi, and it said that you were interested in being in female-only phone chat sessions because you wanted to explore your bisexuality with a group of women so you can feel multiple hands all over your body.
It wasn't me.
Coco finally found her voice replying, sounding guilty as hell. I laughed. Sweetie, I stated in a soft tone. You posted a picture I took of you in my bedroom. It was you. I know that ass, chocolate starfish, and pussy very well. If I had to identify your body and the only thing that was left was your ass, I could identify you.
Why didn't you say anything?
Coco asked meekly. Wasn't the right time. I could tell you were coming out from your profile. I didn't want you to feel like I was judging you. I'm not. I just had to check you when you talked about your boyfriend being gay. Isn't it the same thing?
I hear what you're saying, but in my mind, it's not. I don't want no gay man.
Okay, I hear you. I just had to check you and let you know. I know. So, you need to stop playing and we need to start sharing these bitches. Coco laughed.
I love how you love me unconditionally.
Always, baby, I purred back.
We can try it. Although I'm not gonna promise that I'm gonna like it. You know I get jealous.
My girl. I replied, excited to move into a new realm of nasty with Coco.
Well, enjoy fucking your new little friend.
Coco stated enviously. She's beyond slow coming up out of them panties. Like I said, something is up with her. I'm just trying to figure it out. Probably won't be any sex with her tonight. I told her serious. My phone pinged that I received a text message. Looking at my phone, I saw that Coco had sent me a picture of her lounging in underwear. Damn baby. I exhaled over the receiver, lusting over Coco's luscious form in underwear.
Well, if you don't fuck your little friend, feel free to do a drive-by on me tonight.
Coco teased with her voice dropped down 2 octaves, dripping of sex.
My pussy is really sore, but I'll suck your dick, and you can fuck me in my ass, baby. You haven't fucked me in the ass in a while. Just text me if you're gonna come, and I'll leave the door unlocked. I'm horny again now that you know my secret and want to explore it with me.
Thank you, God, for blessing me. I lip-synced, looking up at the sky through the sunroof. You're insatiable, I purred. I will do just that. Now let me get off of here so I can see what's up with girlfriend. This ends the excerpt of Black Planet by Euftis Emery. Please rate, comment, and share as it helps me with the algorithm to gain new readers. Links for the book are in the description. Until next time, peace.